Released on Memorial Day weekend in 2000, this John Woo action spy thriller earned over $420 million in profit against its $125 million budget. The PG-13 rated script follows a secret agent who tracks down a rogue operative to find and destroy a genetically modified disease. Returning to the lead role, Tom Cruise is once again excellent as a top-secret agent ass-kicker, globe-trotting around the world to stop danger and using every skill at his disposal to get it done. Dougray Scott nails the cocky behavior of the smug antagonist, but even with his Scottish accent, he's just too generic and forgettable to be an effective villain. Which is too bad really, as he was forced to forfeit the Wolverine role to Hugh Jackman in the X-Men series after this picture went over schedule. Meanwhile, the beautiful Thandie Newton is featured as the damsel in distress, needing to be rescued by big strong men in every other scene. She handles the cliché material as well as can be expected, but her forced romance with Cruise just falls flat, and all the Spanish guitar music in the world isn't going to change that. Ving Rhames returns in a smaller, more expositional role, while Brendan Gleeson does great work as a biotech CEO. Uncredited for his single scene appearance, Anthony Hopkins contributes some credibility and authority to the picture when he reminds the protagonist, "Well, this is not mission difficult, Mr. Hunt, it's mission impossible." In an effort to combat the somewhat simplistic and predictable plot, the mask-wearing twist, common in this series, is used and reused so much it loses its effectiveness. Unlike its predecessor, which made great use of its exotic European locations, MI2 apparently takes place in Sydney, Australia, but with how little the area is featured, you wouldn't even know it. Director Woo's penchant for slow motion is so overused, several moments in this picture literally feature an instant replay. The 123-minute movie is all flash and little substance, with more snap zooms and flying doves than actual dramatic beats. When Scott reaches for a scarf midair, the moment is played up like this big, intense moment. Instead, it just feels silly. After dicking around with their motorcycles and driving in circles in the sand, Scott and Cruise collide mid-air in one of the movie's more memorable stunts. It's undeniably awesome, but so completely unrealistic it approaches almost parody levels of entertainment. And virtually everything in this movie explodes. Sure, it only takes 3 shots to blow up a car, but a bike's tiny metal frame is apparently sufficient armor against the incoming hail of bullets. Composer Hans Zimmer's use of melodramatic choir doesn't fit the absurd action spectacle any more than Cruise's boy band haircut fits his persona. Speaking of music, Limp Bizkit's rendition of the classic Mission Impossible theme might have been super dope back in the early 2000s, but now it just feels horribly out of place. I feel like I've only been bashing on this picture, but honestly it still delivers a lot of fun moments, great stunts, and cool action. A victim of its time more than anything, and its director's showy trademarks, this might be the weakest entry in the series, but it's still rather enjoyable. Mission Impossible 2 is a disposable and detached adventure with explosive fluff. Here's what you had to say about it. Unanimously considered the worst entry in the franchise, you thought MI2 was meh. As shallow as it is, I'll score it a 5 out of 10 myself.